Hello. This video is probably going to be titled, I'm coming to YouTube or something or such. This video is not really going to have a whole lot of purpose, except to, explain what my channel and everything will be about. I guess I should start off by telling you, the equipment I will be using now and in the future. What's currently making this video is a Nikon Coolplex. I don't know the model number, but it will not be what's used in the future. It will be what's used now. What will be used in the future will actually be this. It's a Sony Coolplex, it'll be a Sony CyberShot. This will be 1080p 60 frames per second. The camera that's filming this right now will be 1080p 30 frames per second. So quite a bit of a difference. Not only that, this is 16.2 megapixels and the camera that's filming it right now is only 16 megapixels. Now it doesn't seem like a big difference, but this camera is quite significantly better. Now, if you're wondering right now, why am I not using this one instead? Well, I simply can only say that the charger and the stuff connected to my computer, I lost it and I ordered some new stuff online. So in the future, this will be the quality you see for when I do unboxings, or I don't know if I could hook this up as a cam. I probably would. Seems like it'd be a nice idea. But yeah, that's essentially what I do. I will also be using a Elgato HD60. I'm not using it right now. I will be getting it in a week or so. A friend is hooking me up and getting me a free one. Now, I've tried to get into content creating in the past before. But money has always been an issue. With this recent job I'm making some pretty good money and stuff. Now, I know this channel will probably not get big like Ali or X-Rays, or you probably don't know X-Rays, but I'm a fan of him, or T. Martin, and I'm well aware of that. If it does, just a note, I will not be using any of the money for my own personal purposes. Well, I guess I technically will be, but all the money that I possibly make out of YouTube will be funneled back into this, because I don't want to have to spend more of my own money into this. Otherwise, that means it's basically a failure and I should stop. But of course, I'll probably still record the videos for future reference for myself, because my memory, not the best, plus, I like content creating. Now, like I said, in the past I've tried to get into content creating. Let me just go out and say this, Twitch is pretty much dying. I know some of you are probably like, no, this is not, Twitch is never going to die. True, it will pretty much stay, but it's dying for growth. Unless you've already been on there and are already successful like SwiftOr, you're pretty much not going to have major growth on there. I've tried it for maybe 5 or 6 months now, and I've had little to no growth. It's just hard to get growth, even with supply drop openings on there, and posting things and highlighting and all that stuff. Twitch is pretty much dying for one reason, and pretty much that only reason. MLG signed over one of the big competitive gamers, Nadeshot, and suddenly all of the other big professionals started signing on to MLG and leaving Twitch. And when they signed on to MLG, that meant they were no longer allowed to stream with Twitch. So Twitch is basically no longer a professional scene. It's more of private, more or less, or people trying to get into content creating. It's not a bad thing, but you can't grow. It just seems too impossible to grow. Because Twitch, people who go over to Twitch just to view, it just doesn't seem too practical. You're just watching someone play it, unless you're like watching to see if you want to play a game. Good, but YouTube's better for that. That's why I'm moving over to YouTube and pretty much abandoning Twitch until I create a YouTube base, because YouTube, it's easier to create a base. Twitch, however, not at all. Not at all. You need to be people who go on Twitch. A lot of them are YouTubers who have brought over some of their fan base over to view them play live. Because YouTube live stream, it's a work in progress. It's available, but it's new, so people are a bit sketchy on it. If you're wondering about the hat, I just got off work and bad hair. My hair will never look like this in the future, and I probably won't be wearing the hat. But yes, if you're wondering about the TV, that will not be where the gameplay is coming from. That's just like something I use as a computer monitor. And I know if any of you are professionals watching this, you're going to go, that is the worst possible thing you could possibly do. You never want to use a TV while working on a computer for content creating. I know, and I don't, because it's really hard to focus on like two screens at once, because I got it set up for extended, so one side could have this image, another could have that. But no, that's more of like I'm playing just for fun. All of the capture card stuff will be coming from a different room entirely, because small little TVs like this, they only have one HDMI, so I'll be using one of my other TVs, much larger. So many people, I'm not going to use like my 62 inch, I'm probably going to just use my 42 inch, because it's right on the other side of this room, so it'd be easy to just get it done. Let's see. There are also going to be 3 future unboxings coming this week or next. The first one, it was ordered first. It'll probably be Black Ops 3 Control Freaks. If you've thought about Control Freaks, good idea. It's something that'll probably be a good idea. But I'm a little sketchy on it. I've never used Control Freaks before, but they look really nice. I mean, even if they don't accelerate how good I am as a player, they'll just look good and give me some better grip I need. Because I'm really good at Call of Duty, but sweaty hands. Oh, that leads me to another thing. I'll mention it after I tell you what the other 2 videos are probably going to be about. The next one would be Control Freak Shield review. Now, I get it's like a decal you put on a normal controller, but does it serve any other purpose? That's probably what that video will be about. And then the third one will be about a G Fuel review. It's going to be pretty fun. I'm interested to try it. I'll probably have notes under all of my videos except review, possibly review. And now that leads me back to what I was talking about before. What kind of gameplay I will be showing. I got into the Call of Duty scene about Black Ops and World at War, and then I completely, fully transitioned. Ghosts really rattled me because it just seemed too odd and bizarre. But I stayed with it till Advanced Warfare, and I'm sticking with it. Can't wait for Black Ops 3. But yeah, Call of Duty will be the main thing, but it's not going to be the only thing. Now, I know some of you are big fans of this, but I am not whatsoever. I've tried it. It's just not that kind of game. I like Minecraft. That will not be some. I know people like Ali have second channels devoted completely to that, and I've tried it. It just feels like there's not much of a point except to create. I've tried survival mode. No. Probably Sunset Overdrive. I'll probably cover a little bit on that. It was a very fun game. Maybe other zombie games like Dead Island 2. Pretty excited for that. However, they released that trailer at the wrong time. They released it 2 years before it's going to release. That's probably one of the most irresponsible choices you can make with releasing a game. You always show that trailer the year before it gets released, or 6 to 8 months. Never 2 years. That is way too early, and basically people have completely forgotten about it. It's gonna be fun to play. I'll admit that. Star Wars Battlefront. That's gonna be pretty fun. Halo. Those are pretty much the other games I'll cover. Most of which. I'm so stupid. I forgot about this series. Gears of War. I'll be returning to that. I completely forgot about it. It was the first video game series I played. It was very fun. I'll be glad to get back into that. Now, of course, I'll admit to this. I sucked at multiplayer for Gears of War. It would just suck. I love the campaign and storyline. Amazing. Probably better than Call of Duty campaign. Possibly tied. Call of Duty campaigns have always been pretty high up, but it kind of meets with it. And let's see. This is where most of my videos will be filmed. Little unboxings. I'm a little questioning the unboxings due to the fact my desk is glass. Not necessarily a good thing to do unboxings on a glass desk, because you can essentially see my legs or anything that's hanging on underneath. So I'm definitely questioning that. I don't believe there's anything else. Is there anything else I'm forgetting here? I don't know. Oh, I am also... So, like I said, I've been trying to get into content creating. It's never easy. So I'll pretty much be going along with you people, whoever view me. You'll basically be able to help me out. If you know content creating, please help me out. I'm very new at getting used to this kind of software and stuff. And I will be glad to, accept your input and such. It will be very fun to try out YouTube and be successful. I know YouTube very well. I'm a big supporter of many different people on YouTube. Let's one more topic just before I go. I know this is getting very long as a video. If you're wondering as to my skill set when it comes to, I hate the word gamer, but as a gamer, my skill set is midway from professional to SwiftOR. If you don't know who SwiftOR is, he doesn't do multiplayer whatsoever, unless it's like Wii U or something. He mostly does private matches. Sorry about my throat. Like I said, just got off work. Yeah. And midway from professional, which would be like, let's go with Ali A. I know he's really good, but it's not. He could be professional if he wanted to, but he's making way too much money from YouTube. Let's just state that. There's no way he'd go over to professional with the amount of money he's making now. And the reason I say that is because I'm like LEA and I'm like Swiftdoor in a way. I'm like LEA because I can pretty much do good with nearly every weapon, except snipers. I have to say that instantly. I've tried snipers in the past. It's not something I can do. It's gonna be fun trying to use snipers, but it's not something I consider. It's epically terrible. Um, Assault rifles, submachine guns. Currently, there's one submachine gun I'm trying to complete diamond for. Just worst gun ever in Advanced Warfare. I know most of you have a long ass list for that, but hands down the worst gun, AMR9. It, when you hear 5 burst submachine gun, you're like, that sounds really amazing. We all know that ARX, it's a pretty fun one to use, but you know, you probably want to bring up the fire rate a little bit to have better trigger finger reaction time. They just like shoot them all out as quickly as possible. We all know the EPM3, bad gun, but you know, I am a hardcore player. Literally, I play hardcore, so unless the weapon is absolutely terrible like the AMR9, I can pretty much use it very well. And I believe that's it. See YouTube, there will be new videos posted, probably 2 this week. More if you know, I get new news on how this channel is going to grow in the future. So, bye bye.